I am going to do on today on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and we're going to just do some of like the actual basically getting treasures, wealth and things like that in the local area of Leicester and Grantbridge Shire in this, so it may not be an overall long stream. But anyway, yes, welcome. I am the Aquarius Gamer, as you will see from the title, and I've recently started playing this game. For those of you that haven't been keeping up with this recently, after I tried it earlier in the year, didn't quite get the luster for it at the time, but I thought, you know what, let's give it a try again, see how I feel about it. And I think again, actually watching one or two other gamers and how they play it kind of helped me understand it a little bit more, because I'm not a big thing. With each game it does tend to change, and so there's just been a system update which apparently is meant to improve the speed of the PlayStation. I'll be very interested to see how true that is. I don't know whether somebody at Sony was listening to me complain in one of my recordings about it, but nonetheless I got an update when I turned on, and whereas normally I would have probably waited until later, decided to actually go ahead with it now. I don't know why it keeps coming up with the internet sufficiency. Was it? You know, the actual internet that we have is supposed to be perfect for gaming. The only thing I can think of is that our stupid local council decided that they were going to bunch up everybody's wires and whatnot together to the top of the roof where I live, and the stupid thing about it is it's more or less outside the window where I live, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is what causes the stupid thing to slow down. Trouble is that you complain about it to the council, or if you could complain about it to the councils, they wouldn't want to know. Still, let's not worry about that for now. It doesn't really seem to have affected the gameplay when it's come up before, even though it says it's too slow. So then, having said that, it might be because I'm currently uploading the latest episode, or day 10 of the Animal Crossing's Pocket Camp, so maybe that's what's slowing it down a bit. I don't know why it seems to have taken forever just for that to upload today, but I did do quite a longer one when I did it, and I actually did it with a bit of commentary, although you could barely hear me due to the background music. So, but thankfully I don't talk through the whole thing anyway, so just now and again I'll make the odd comments in it. I just wish I could really figure out how to OBS and all that, so that I can actually, you know, do. I would have to do it from the very beginning if I was going to do it, and I don't want to do all that, as I've worked so hard to get where I have just in the last few months since I've actually had, because I started, I think it was about March, I started playing it, and it is a really good game, I think, the Animal Crossing New Horizons. Certainly enjoying the latest DLC to it with the design and everything like that. I mean, some of it's not the sort of thing maybe I would design as an architect, but I like something different. Right, so it's left me saved here. So yes, we are going to do some wealth hunting. Now, these I tend to have a lot of, I don't know what this is. Maybe I should see what it is, but I tend to have a lot of trouble with them. If it's a mystery where I have to catch a tattoo, I will not bother with it, because I don't really know that, considering that you can't even see most of the tattoos that you put on him or her if you play Eivor as female. Oh, that was pretty quick. So maybe the system update is working then. Right, so where did I... It's over that way, wasn't it? So let's just... So thankfully in this they actually give you a tool to slide down that, whereas in Assassin's Creed Origins you don't really get that option at all. Now, it is worth doing this because sometimes you can go under here and actually find that there is some loot. One of the things that they certainly did within pre and Roman Britain was that, especially in Roman Britain, is that a clue that I was meant to find? I don't know. Right, let's just go and see what I've got a feeling I know what this is probably going to be, which is a say tattoo. I'm not really bothered by them, as I say, because if you can't show them off, well, I know there is an outfit where you can show them off, but until I get that outfit, I don't see any point. Yeah, I think it's that. I suppose I could give it a go. It is quite nice if you go back to some of these places that you can actually so some of them will talk to you.
You would imagine we would run out of work at some point.
Oh, it's one of the 1,000 eyes.
Come back anytime, my friend.
I would, but unfortunately, I only managed to get one of you done. Right, so I'm going to attempt this. I'm not going to do the what's it unless it's actually well, even then. See what I mean? The minute you get so far, it's just like this is rigged. And you just think, why do you bother doing it? And then when you go back, it's just disappeared. So I'm not going to bother. I just... It's like this. I don't get the concept of it. It's not had a win all day, hey? Well, I'm sure if you play me, you will do. Because look, you see that? Look, as soon as... And you know what? I'd rather be getting the wealth, in all honesty. Right, so that's not something we're actually... I don't know, maybe we could do that. Trouble is, we need to get somewhere that's nearer to it to travel there. I would probably need to be careful of this actually, because while I'm a level 69 skill, I think it is, I don't know if I'd be able to beat any of these guys. Actually, there is something back at the actual... Oh. Right, I probably might be alright to actually go past... Right, so what I will do, because in the previous recordings I did yesterday, one of the things that I did was to burn the scroll which tells all zealots to look for me. And when I tested out by approaching one of the zealots, they completely left me alone. Now if I can just do this, might even see if I can find the actual what you call it, the Assassin's Bureau in London while I'm actually at it. Look at that beautiful sun. And for what I actually noticed, it doesn't actually for once look really dark and dull. Oof. So we're in the territory of Oxfordshire. So we will need to be very careful here, because I think this is a high level area. Hopefully, if I go through these woods okay. Oxfordshire must have covered a vast area then, if they're basing this on an actual... Well, they are essentially more or less basing it on... No, you've got to bear in mind that this might trigger the next. Right, so according to this, it should be here. Oh, hang on. Okay, so that's actually a letter that warns you about... Now, it says I can actually sync while I'm here, so I may as well do that. If I sync this now, when I actually need to come to London, I can just synchronize, actually just fast travel here. Well, I think I would need to go out, come in from the outside. I'll also loot the chest while I'm here. Right, so this is, I know, something to do with the actual right, Octavian asked Abel to retrieve the statue of a Roman legionnaire that was stolen by a concurrent of his. The man is named Maximus and appears to live in Lunden. So somewhere near the amphitheatre, so is this it? Sorry mate, I didn't actually...
What do you see?
Ah! So it's down there where that key sign is. Right, so what's the key for this for then?
If I find one crack, that statue is as...
I have a friend who needs that little Roman man you have. Octavian of London.
I've a guess who your friend is. And no, Osbert cannot have his greasy pedestrian fingers on something so exquisite.
Osbert?
Oh, that is delicious. Yes, Osbert. A name fit for a poor failure. It'll cost a cow's weight in silver to get it in his hands.
Apparently
I'll give you the filthy silver.
How do I get in here then? Oh. Is that a snake there?
I must be careful now. If they see me, this will get messy.
Right, okay, so